industry?
The most what?
Most high tip, like somebody tipped you like
Oh,
what's the
tip.
high? Yeah,
So the highest tip I've ever got was actually here in Austin. It was 300 US.
300 USD.
So yeah, because in Australia, tipping is not part of their culture. They don't tip in Australia.
Oh, the same like London.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
I,
but like, okay, here, like you charging like whatever the price haircut,
uh-huh.
and they tip you, right?
Yep.
If they want to, right?
Yeah,
But in
correct.
Australia, you know, you're not gonna get the tip, so
Correct.
you wanna keep your prices like like way.
Correct.
Okay, so that's what like you're gonna do the maths over there.
So similar situation here. I went to a random massage parlor,
Okay.
um, and it was not a very good massage. I asked for a whole body. She
Yeah.
only did my back
Uh huh.
and didn't do any of my chest.
Okay.
And so at the end, I asked her, "Hey, is there any way you can do the other side?" And she
Yeah.
said, "No, I don't have enough time." And I was like, "Okay." Even though I asked for a full body.
Yeah.
So as I got up, the haircut or the massage was $60, and as I was leaving, I gave her a $10 tip.
Okay.
And as I was walking out, or before I walked out, when I handed it to her, she said, "That's it." And I was like, "What do you mean that's it? How much are you expecting?" And she's
Yeah.
like, "More than that." And I was like, "No, you didn't even do my whole body. You only did my back, but you don't. It's a tip. You don't get to demand how much a tip is.
Yeah.
If you're not happy with your compensation, you need to raise your price,
Of
right?"
course.
So to me, that was crazy.
Okay, so let's say like that's like we're talking about like because she not did the whole service, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and you told her like people tip like when they like the service or
Correct.
right. So if somebody didn't tip you, right? So and he didn't say anything and he leave, right?
Right.
What do you think? Like you did like let's say like you did a good haircut on him, right?
Sure.
Good job, right?
Yep.
But the guy never tipped to no one.
Yep.
Let's say like he's the guy who don't tip to no one, right?
Yep.
And you did a haircut and then didn't tip you and he left. So
Yep.
what are you gonna think like I didn't did the good job or like
So
what come in your mind? Like
yeah, no, absolutely. So naturally, because I give the same effort to everybody,
yeah,
I don't send out bad haircuts, right?
yeah,
When somebody doesn't tip me, which does happen, I don't. There's nothing you can do, right?
uh huh,
It's not great, but what I think in my head is, okay, if he wants to do everything by the book, then we'll do everything by the book. So what I mean for that is that if he wants to ask for little extras or not use the booking service or text me or reschedule,
yeah,
then we're going to go through all the proper channels that I have created in the business in order to serve their needs. So, meaning if they're not going to give appreciation, which is it's customary in America to tip,
yeah,
it's a part of our culture, right?
yeah,
So, because of that, if they don't want to do the little extra, then moving forward in the relationship, I will not do the extra.
same,
So I will not do small extra things that I would do for somebody that was a regular client that did show some appreciation. But again, there's nothing you can really do about it. But I mean, if he's going to reschedule last minute, I will keep the deposit instead of saying, "Oh, you know what? That's cool, man. I know how it is, you know." But if they want to play by the rules, then
yeah,
just play by the rules, right?
yeah,
So you still have to do a good haircut, right? Because that's
yeah,
what you promised.
yeah,
But you don't have to make their bookings for them. Like to my regular clients, they don't have to go on the site and fill out the form every time and pay the deposit. They text me, they tell me when they want me to be there. I do all the booking stuff. If they're late, no problem. If they want to reschedule, no problem.
yeah.
So it goes a long way, right?
So
Like
like both sides,
both
not
sides,
not like one
exactly,
side.
exactly.
So like anytime happen like if somebody like book with you, right?
Uh huh.
And like they pay you half in starting, right?
Yep.
What are the booking fees?
Yep.
And let's say like they didn't able to show up, but in the last 5 or 10 minutes or an hour,
Yep.
they were telling to reschedule. Like you do how you handle with that thing, like
If it's an emergency, of course I will understand.
okay,
If it's something that they knew was going to happen and they just decided to wait till last minute to let me know, then
yeah,
I would keep the deposit
okay,
because that's what the deposit is there for.
okay,
Because 5 to 10 minutes means I'm already there. I've driven there,
yeah,
right? Like the deposit is to save the gas and the
yeah,
wear on the vehicle,
yeah,
right?
like your time and your gas,
Correct,
because
correct.
it's a big thing you're driving around and then
So I had two new clients reach out. They met one of my clients at the gym. They sent me a text message and said, "Hey, I'm so and so. I'd like to book an appointment for me and my friend."
uh-huh.
And he didn't look at the website or anything. And I said, "Okay, that's cool. since you found out about me through a friend of mine, I'll go
Yeah.
ahead and make the booking for you, right? Trying to take the courtesy.
Yeah.
And I said, but I still will need a 50% deposit
Uh-huh.
because again, I don't know these people. It could just be a,
Random people, yeah.
yeah, random. So, and the guy said, well, can I just give you the deposit when you get here tomorrow?
Nah.
And I said, that defeats the point of the deposit.
Yeah.
And he goes, I just don't understand why you wouldn't take it when you got here. I said, because if I get there and you're not there, then I lose time and gas.
Yeah.
And he said, it's my house. Of course I'll be here. And I said, I understand it's your house, but things do happen. People forget to communicate this. I have experienced this before, so I'm doing this to protect myself. And he waited a while before he actually confirmed the appointment, but I did end up going to see him. Now, when I was on the way to his house the next morning, it was Sunday morning at 9 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
He said in a text message, hey, it might just be me today. My other friend that I booked for went out last night and he hasn't woken up yet. And I said, that's fine, but I will be keeping his deposit. This is exactly why
Yeah.
I asked for the deposit, because you may very well be at home,
Yeah.
but you might not come to the door. But if you give me that $50 in advance, there's a much better chance
Yeah, like
you're
you
gonna
can,
come and
yeah, you're gonna wait. If
Correct.
You come, you can leave.
Yep, because
Without
people,
wasting your time.
I've noticed people will always make their problems your problems.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've seen a very funny reel on Instagram. This guy was like, "You guys think that I do the deposit for me? No, no, no. I do it for you,
Uh-huh.
because if I take the deposit, your dog doesn't get sick, your car doesn't run out of gas,
Yeah.
your back doesn't hurt. All the excuses that they'll give you, they don't happen because they put the deposit down.
Yeah.
And I've seen it so many times that it's all that you have to do to ensure yourself. Because
Of course.
if they've got no skin in the game, why keep their there's it's not like you have a storefront that they can go to that you can ban them from. They can book anytime.
Yeah.
But if you put this one parameter up, then at least if you drove somewhere, you're still going to be compensated for the
Your gas and time.
exactly.
So like when you come to Austin for first time, right?
Yep.
And how you find your first client?
The gym.
At the
Yep.
gym?
Yep.
Oh, nice. And then you get connection from there, or like
Yep.
you promote anything or no? Like
I tried. I did Google ads, Instagram ads, Facebook ads.
yeah.
Nothing works like word of mouth. Nothing.
Okay. So like it's like information passing from one
Of
to another,
course.
like that.
I could see the best ad ever. But if you and me are, having a coffee, sitting down, having
Yeah.
a beer, whatever, and you say, dude, you should see this one guy, how he cleaned my car, how he did my website, whatever it is, because I know you and I'll vouch for you, you saying it is better than an ad, because we've all been misled by ads at one time or another in our life,
course,
you
yeah.
know?
Do you think like ad thing usually work or not?
The what?
Like the ad you did on Google or Instagram, Facebook. Do you think it usually work or not? Like
It, in
Like you paid for
general,
that?
yes, you do pay. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
And I even had a Google ad manager who was a friend doing the actual ads for me, and it just didn't convert.
Okay.
I think at a point, if you have enough money, it will. But unless you have a very impressive amount to throw at the system, it's a really risky thing to guarantee your return on your investment.
Have you been to like get a haircut and like have you ever get a chance to go to Dallas to give a haircut?
Nah, I've been to Dallas. I've never got a haircut there. No.
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 But like I think like Houston, like people mostly use like this kind of service.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Because Houston have that crowd.
So I actually had two clients, very rich guys,
Yeah.
that sold jewelry. They came to Austin.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
They came to Austin, and I've got a friend who owns a tequila company,
Okay.
and they got my contact information from him.
Uh-huh.
And when they got in the van, they said, "Oh, this is sick. This is like home, but better."
Yeah.
And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Oh, we have a barber that has a Sprinter van too." I was like, "Oh, really? Where are you from?" He said, "We're in Houston. There's a guy down there that comes to our house." I was like, "Oh man, it's good to know I'm not alone."
Yeah.
Because half of my problem has just been letting people know that this service exists.
Yeah. Some people don't know. Like
They don't.
Yeah.
And some people, I've actually had people tell me that they think it's weird when they have the exact same thing done for their pet.
Yeah.
They said, "That's crazy. I've seen one for dogs, but not for a human." I'm like, okay, well, who gets a haircut more, a dog or a human? Obviously the human.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't this be what you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I seen like when I Google it, like it's only like 5 or 6, and like one barber shop, like a Sprinter I saw, and I'm almost about to book, and I saw like a guy put a review. He's not even in Austin. He serves in LA. So I'm like, why his business coming in Austin?
What?
Yeah, yeah. There is a guy. I'm like, why his business coming in Austin if it serves in LA? Guys, usually I see the reviews, the newest and the highest and the like lowest, right?
Smart
Yeah.
buyer.
Then
Nice.
I decide from there, like how to go. But I saw that guy, and then like I saw his review like highest, newest, but all good. And I went to lowest. I see like this guy said, hey, I put a deposit everything, and he says like it serves in Austin, and somehow, but he said like he's in LA, and like
What?
I'm like okay, no,
That's bad.
yeah.
That's really bad.
Then I went to your page. I said like okay, serves in Austin. I'm like yeah, like that's the right thing you have on your page, right?
That's
It
crazy,
says like
bro.
serves in Austin.
Right.
On his page, it just says like timing, no location, nothing.
Wow.
So I'm like, he has to mention those
That's
things.
terrible,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
That's terrible. Because Google, it's on Google, right?
yeah. It's in Google.
Bro, Google runs the world.
Yeah,
If you want to do anything, make sure it's on Google.
yeah. Google, like anyone can find you, like where you at, what you got, what best thing you have, everything.
Right.
And people can pull up to you like easy. That's the main thing I
You're
think.
very savvy, man.
Yeah.
You've learned the system very well.
Yeah, like I check like mostly review like newest review, whatever the people like recently
Sure.
put, and
Yeah.
then like highest review, right? And then go to the lowest, what like